Before we begin, we'd like to cover some important information that you need to be aware of. It is very important that you understand that you are about to apply for a governmental account. You must provide the requested information honestly and correctly. If you make a mistake during the process, you must immediately contact the Wisconsin EMS office via email or the phone number listed on the screen. As with setting up any official documentation, you must use your full legal name as found on your driver's license or your government-issued ID. This is particularly important for e-licensing, as this information must also match directly back to the National Registry of EMT's account information. As you begin to complete the application process for setting up your username and password, it is important that you use proper sentence case when filling out any of the forms that you're presented with. You should be using a capital first letter, lowercase the rest of the word, on all of the information you provide. Do not use all caps and do not use all lowercase. Please use sentence case. This is very important, as all documentation, whether it's a letter, a certificate, or a license, will be printed exactly as it is entered into the e-licensing system. Again, as you continue to enter your information into the system, you really need to make sure that your demographics match your driver's license, your ID, and that they will be the same information between the National Registry and the e-licensing account. Make sure that you have an accurate Social Security number and an accurate date of birth. This is critical because these are two pieces of information that match back to any other system that is trying to verify your licensing or credentials in the e-licensing system. The final piece of information is make sure that you create a username and a password that are secure and easily remembered. It is also important that you write these down somewhere or record them so that you can access them. There are ways to recover your username and password. However, it is much more convenient to have it locally than to go through the recovery process. So please, make sure you have a username and a password that are secure and easy to remember. When utilizing the e-licensing system, it is important that you use the proper browser. Google Chrome is the recommended browser. You can use Edge, however, Chrome is the preferred, and Safari can have some problems, so we highly suggest you do not use Safari browser to create your e-licensing account. Additionally, please do not try to attempt to create an account or do anything within your account on your mobile device. It is highly recommended that you use a desktop computer or a regular computer to create your account and to manage your account. So let's get started with setting up our e-licensing account. The first thing you need to do is go to the web address on the screen that you see now. If you want to get there more easily, you can do a Google search with WI-EMSS, and that will bring you to the start page that we're going to bring up here shortly. Alright, if you have successfully navigated to the page, you should see what you have on the screen now, which is Welcome to the EMS e-licensing portal. As you scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page, you'll see the area where you can punch in your username and password and log into your account. If you have a username and password or have previously created a username or password, then please use that information to get into your account. If you do not remember it, then please use the forget username or forget password to recover those items so that you don't duplicate an account. In this video, obviously, we're going to teach you how to create an account. So when we push on the create an account, we are brought to this input screen. It is very important that anything that has a red asterisk on it is a required field. If it does not have a red asterisk, it is optional information for you to put in. So we're going to start with this, and we're going to put in our first name and our middle name and our last name. If we have a prefix as a Mr., Doctor, However you want to have a prefix, you may certainly add that. Next is your suffix. Your suffix would be junior, senior, 1, 2, 3, whatever that might be. The next field is your maiden name. If you are married and you have a maiden name, then you should put your last name in there. That was your maiden name. Additionally, sometimes when you put in your legal name, you're not known by that and you don't go by that. So your preferred name is the ability to put in your preferred name that you want in your account. The next thing is your social security number. Again, this is required information. It helps to assure that there are consistencies between systems and they can verify you are who you are. You can see here that it's masked as I put it in. If you want to show what the number is to verify the number, click the show and the number will show up. This is really important when you're creating your account to show the number so you can make sure that it's in correctly. Again, this is difficult to do on a portable device and it's easier to do it on an account. Next, you want to put in your birth date. And you can see here I put it in incorrectly, so you have to put the right format. Next, we will select our gender. However you find yourself, male, female, or any of the others, go ahead and click that. Again, from this point forward, there's no red asterisk, so it's not required to complete, so you don't have to put the information in. It's highly suggested that you do, but it's not required. Hair color, eye color, height, weight. Actually, I think Mickey is probably more like 80 pounds, so we'll leave it at that. Occupation, if you have an occupation, or if you're a student, or if you have an occupation, put that in there. Your employer. Jurisdictional number, if you have that number, enter it. If not, it's not a big deal. Next is your degree, field of study. Most likely, most people will put emergency medical services. Select your citizenship. You should be a citizen of the United States. Select your highest education. And then if you have any foreign language ability, you can add that here. Sometimes that can come in handy to the EMS system if they're looking for people that are bilingual that they might need deployed or asked to help in a project. Once that information is complete, we scroll down to the address information. When you type in a zip code, you'll see that any cities that are associated with that zip code come up. So at this point, you want to go ahead and pick whatever one's appropriate, and you'll see that it automatically populates the city, county, and the state. If there's an issue where you type in a number and it's not there, then you should be able, you should get a hold of the state EMS office, give them that information, and they should be able to update it. But this is a pretty well documented system and there really shouldn't be any issues. The next thing you want to do is you want to put in your email. And in this situation, it's important to put in an email that comes directly to you so that you can have, it's your primary email. So this is going to be the email that you get all of your information from. Because I'm demoing and I want to show you the information, I am going to go ahead and just put my personal information in there, just so we can have that. Home phone, work phone, cell phone. Select your cell phone provider, cell text address, and then at this point you need to complete or create a username. So in this case, that's what we're going to do. And at this point we are going to click Save. Now at this point it will save the information and it'll bring you back to the portal, at which time you should be able to log into your account.